Hey family.
What's up, y'all?
Today we wanted to talk to you guys about our experience with unassisted birth. We had a unassisted birth last year with our last baby, Nasir. Unassisted birth means that there is no midwife or doctor present. You have the baby at home. We basically had our baby at home without a doctor or a midwife. And we did have a midwife on the phone, but we didn't have anybody there. It was just me and my husband. So we wanted to share our experience, how it went, and to give you guys advice for those who are interested in having an unassisted birth. So the reason, I don't know if you want to go ahead and talk.
First of all, the doctor that was on the phone with me, I had the phone and she was giving me direction, was Dr. Amina Ali from Atlanta, Georgia.
Right. She's the midwife, so.
Yeah. She was gonna come and assist us, but something happened and she weren't able to make it. So she was on the phone with me through the process, which was exciting, scary, emotional. I mean, all these feelings, all involved. You know, all these feelings just. I don't know, one situation, but it was cool though. It was great. It was a great experience. You know, my last baby, I delivered him myself. Well, Aset and I, you know, I did the whole thing. So you know, it was cool. I mean, I was kind of scared when Aset was pushing. You know what I mean? Because that is really, really. I have more respect for women after seeing that. You know, seeing her close to death like that. I mean, she had told me before that the closest experience of death that a woman can ever experience or encounter is giving birth to a child. You know, I remember telling her, push, and she would push, and I would see the baby head, and then the baby would go back in, and she would, her eyes was like, I don't know. It was just a scary feeling when she was pushing at the baby. You know, it took her, you know, she pushed like the first 2-3 times, the baby didn't come out. And I guess the 4th time she pushed one good time and baby Nasir was out.
So it was an experience of a lifetime, really. This is my 7th birth. So for me, it was like, oh, I already know what I was doing. All my babies were natural. All my births were natural. I had midwives prior to this birth. And I just felt like the midwife really didn't do much. And I thought, you know, well, I can do it myself because it just seemed simple. And the fact that we didn't want to go to the hospital, being the fact that we're in Puerto Rico, number one. Number two, I really don't like hospitals anyway. I like to do home births because we don't like the pressure. You know, I'm the type that I don't believe in C-sections unless the baby's breech. I don't feel like a doctor should do C-sections, and I don't like to be pressured. And I've had some babies at the hospital, and the doctor's like, "Do you need this? Do you want this? You know, sign this paper for this." And then in the middle of me pushing, they're trying to get me to do this or take this injection or whatever.
Yeah, well, you're not thinking right.
Exactly.
They think they sleep.
So I didn't want to go through that, and then being in Puerto Rico, and that I'm not fluent with Spanish. I didn't want to go through that. So I was just like, and then the midwife, you know, not to knock midwives, because some midwives really are all of that, but for me, midwives don't really do much. They just sit there, and they're like, okay, you know, I'm like, when do I push? And they're like, your body will tell you when to push. And really, you know, I'm like, I don't know, okay, let me push. So to me, it was just like, I can do it myself. And so we did, and it was an experience.
Yeah, kind of scary, like I said, but it was great. I mean, when Nasir was born, you know, we was like, man, we did it. We did it. You know what I mean? And really, you can do it because, you know, what I learned from that, too, is that doctors, oftentimes, they tell you all these things that you gotta do, and if you don't do it, you're putting the baby at risk, and this and that, and all of that is a whole bunch of crap. We had an assisted birth here in the house. No doctors, no medicine, no anesthesia, no none of that stuff. And the baby is completely fine, healthy, running around here, walking. You know what I mean? So it goes to show that a lot of that stuff that we women go through at the hospital is unnecessary. They try to induce their labor by having a C-section, because that if they able to induce a woman to have a C-section, that's more money for them. So to me, people, and I'm not knocking doctors, there are good doctors out there, hospitals or whatever, but that field is a big business, and I've worked in that field before as a pharmacy technician, and I've been in the ER and seen and hear all type of stuff, seen how the nurses treated the patients and all that, and basically you ain't nothing but a customer when you go to the hospital. In these days it's worse. So all those things, those are the reason why we chose to have a home birth, to have a midwife, because we had midwife before also. So
right, and that's just, I'm not saying it's for everybody, because everybody's different, and you have to know your body. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you have health issues, you might need to go to the doctor. And there's certain things that a doctor can do for you, but just for me, I'm vegetarian. I'm not 100% healthy, but I strive to do what I have to do. I know what I need to take when I'm pregnant to make sure that go around this way and bring it to me.
Baby Nas, he got up. The man we was just talking about. Look at him. This is the baby with Chop. We had an assisted. Look at him. Look how fat he is.
Yeah.
Big fat boy. He just got up. He was sleeping. But yeah, as you were saying.
And I don't think it's for everybody. Just like I don't think home birth is for everybody. I don't think that everybody can do it. It depends on how you're taking care of yourself. And if you're the type of person that your health is not a priority, I don't think you should do home births. I really don't, because you can risk your life and the baby's life. But for those people, those women, I'm not saying it can't be done. You just really have to take care of yourself. There's information. I have videos on the things that you can get while you're pregnant, and there's a lot of information that that's out there, and there are a lot of midwives that are willing to assist women. So for me, I just felt like I was a little scared because I had pressure issues, and I did end up going to the doctor just to make sure that that everything was going to be okay. And pretty much the doctor told me that I was safer at home.
Exactly. Now that's crazy, because the doctor told you that you were safer at home,
right?
But she couldn't tell you why, right?
I was like, she was like, I'm not for home births because I'm a doctor, but you're safer at home.
Now we're not knocking doctors. They are good doctors. There are good people and bad people wherever you go. It's just we just want to let everybody understand. Yes, we're not knocking any midwives and the doctors. It's just that this is something that worked for us. This is what we believe in, and we just wanted to share our experiences. I mean, midwives, they do a wonderful job. Such a great job that my two daughters, they want to be midwives when they get older.
Exactly.
That's what they say. But so not knocking anybody. It's just that by us having this experience, we realize that we can do it without having any help. You must, as a woman, your body you must prepare yourself. You must be healthy. You must eat the right things, because you can't be eating pork and fried chicken all day long and Kool-Aid and all that, and then talking about you're gonna have a baby at home. It's not gonna happen. You might bleed to death. Anything can go wrong. We don't recommend that. We recommend it if you're taking care of yourself 100%. We are vegetarians, So I said, she's pretty much healthier than they have. I remember when you had Nasir, and Justice, it was barely any blood.
Right, I don't even have blood.
No blood.
This
At all.
A little bit, but normally I don't, because I just make sure that I'm drinking. I take yellow dot, my iron, to make sure that I don't lose blood. With Niara, I had a scare. When I was pregnant, I was extremely anemic, and my midwife was like, look, you need to take something or I can't deliver your baby. You're going to have your baby at the hospital. So that's when I really educated myself about that, and she told me what to take, which was black molasses, yellow dock, Hemaflex, and my iron went up, and I was fine. When I had her, it was absolutely no blood. So, you know, there are things that you can do. Herbs are really good for you, really good. There are different herbs that you can take that can help you and strengthen your body while you're pregnant, because sometimes even before I get pregnant, I'm not that healthy. But during my pregnancy, I'm taking what I need to take. I took chlorella the whole entire time I was pregnant. So, and my baby right now, he has no problem eating any vegetables because of the chlorella I took and the vegetables that I ate. So, you know, you just have to really, it's just a lot to think about. It's a lot of responsibility. Not only that, you have to deal with the system, the government system. You have to make sure, what did we do? We went to registry.
Yeah.
We had to go to registry. But, you know, in the States, you have to really be careful with that and make sure that you're doing what's right, because you have the police at your door.
We went to the lawyer.
So, right.
Got a notarized letter from them. Then we took that letter to registry with our information and, you know, registered baby.
It wasn't that hard because I had previously done it with the midwife before, and because we were in Puerto Rico. But, you know, and then I was just like, I ain't going to no pediatrician. Remember, she was like, you have to go to pediatrician. I was like, no. But in the States, there's a lot of laws, and you really have to be careful. So just do your research online. If you are interested in having an unassisted birth, do your research. Find out what the laws are in your city, your county, your state, so that you are doing what you need to do. You need to see a doctor, a gynecologist. You need to get your prenatal, even if it's just a couple of visits, just to prove that you were pregnant, so that when you do have the baby, and if you decide to go to the hospital after the birth, you know, you have proof that that's your baby. They're not thinking, oh, she kidnapped the baby and then you're arrested.
Somebody's baby.
You know, and the police is at your door going through your trash to see if you're lying.
Another thing too, if you are going to do that, for the brothers that are willing to do it, you know, with their wife, make sure that she's at peace during pregnancy. A woman, she cannot deliver a baby like that under stress. First of all, the baby's gonna feel that negative energy and all that too, and it's gonna affect the baby. So she has to be at peace. You know what I mean? We gotta start thinking about ourselves and think about them. When, you know, sometimes we gotta make that sacrifice. So, you know, make your home as peaceful as possible, especially during the delivery time. Have soft music, jazz, classical music, whatever. You know, something to calm the vibe down. Don't be playing no reggae music, no dance hall, and no hip hop. You gonna have your woman delivering a baby. Nah, don't do that. Just play something soft, calm. You know, stay calm. Keep her calm. You know, you don't freak out. Even if you're kind of freaking out, don't show her that, because she needs all that support and all that peace. She needs to know that you got her, because she's like, and she in a moment like that, she's vulnerable. You know what I mean? She got nobody to depend on but you. So make sure you're there for her and keep everything peace.
Yep.
See what I say?
And also, you need a birth kit, the same exact kit that the midwife has. So you can get that online, and I'll put the link at the bottom in the about section, because I don't even know what it's called, but it's about, how much is it? Like $40.
About 40, yeah.
And it comes with everything, even the kit for the umbilical cord. We didn't know what we were doing.
Which I messed up on the umbilical cord stuff, because it came with 2 clips, and you're supposed to clip the umbilical cord on 2 sides. So when you cut it, and that umbilical cord thing is like a zip, and if you close it, you can't open it. So I messed up. So I ended up tying the other side of the umbilical cord with a string. I mean, it was real crazy. and ended up cutting it. But Dr. Amina, those are one of the things that she walked me through. She told me once the baby was out and I had put the baby on the set breast or whatever to make that bonding, she was telling me that I had to wait for the umbilical cord to turn a certain color before I cut it. So you don't just cut it right away. Yeah, you don't remember because you was out of it. But I was on the phone with her.
You got it, okay?
Yeah, because I was on the phone with her. She was telling me, she was like, I can't remember exactly because I was nervous too. But she was like, I had to wait for a minute, and she was like, tell me when the umbilical cord is like white, I think, completely white, or I can't remember what color it was, but I had to wait for it to be a certain color. And when it was that color, then I would go ahead and cut it. And I cut it, and you know, and I remember the kit didn't come with the scissors.
Oh,
so I had to go around looking for freaking scissors.
Right, we didn't get the scissors.
I ended up getting the scissors at CVS.
Oh yeah.
CVS pharmacy.
That's one thing. It didn't come with scissors.
They didn't come.
And also the weight. What is it called?
Oh, the weight.
Scale.
The scale to weigh the baby.
Right. Make sure you get a good scale because our scale was really ghetto.
We got one of them like
fish
scales
scale
from back in the day, and
it didn't work.
You gotta wrap the baby in a blanket and pick it up.
We're not going to tell you about that, but it didn't work. Okay. So make sure you have that, and
I got a fish scale if somebody want to weigh some fish or something. I got it right there.
And also you need the hat. You just need everything you would need, like you're going to the hospital, and then what the midwife will have or the doctor. And like I said, that's the birth kit. You can get that online for $40, something like that. And it's pretty much it. Make sure you have a lot of blankets, towels, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it was scary, but it went by really quick. So you want to make sure that you're taking red raspberry, drinking that tea throughout your pregnancy, because with me, I know I have 7 children, and when I did do my red raspberry tea, the babies came quick. All my babies, Amaryllis, remember Amaryllis was quick?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I went to the hospital. Next thing you know, they're like, I didn't even want to have her at the hospital. The midwife was waiting for me to come back. I thought something was wrong. I went to the hospital, and the doctor was like, you ain't going nowhere. That baby's coming out now. Okay?
Yeah.
So that was from the red raspberry. And then, who's next? Well, Tucson was before. Tucson was quick, too.
Tucson was quick. Tucson was born. Okay.
We don't know how many hours is this.
We had, like 3 children that were born at the hospital, or 4? 4.
Amaryllis was at the hospital.
Tucson.
And then with Niara, she was at home. And then Justice was at home.
Tucson was Riverside, Virginia, and Emma was
Santera and Hampton. And Niara, I keep saying Niara, she's older. Justice was at home here.
Here in Puerto Rico. Yeah.
And he was quick. The midwife came and checked me. She left. I'm like, look, I'm having contractions. By the time she came back, the baby was coming out. Mm-hmm. The baby was literally coming out. So
yeah, we had 2 babies.
They're Puerto Rican.
2 youngest that were born here.
They're what?
Puerto Rican.
Anyway, yes. Yeah. People will get excited with that. Like, were your kids born here? Yes. Oh, they're Puerto Rican. Yay!
I'm Panamanian. Aset is American. But this boy acts so Puerto Rican. Every time you see me, he's screaming, Daddy! Yeah! Screaming like, like where the party at? So we gotta control that. You know what I mean? Ain't no gonna be no party like that.
Daddy!
Gotta hit them books first, buddy. Then you can think about party. But yeah, that's what we experience.
So we just wanted to share it with you guys. Thank you for watching. We appreciate everyone checking out our video. We'll have more coming. Have a good day. Peace.
Stay tuned. Respect.
Say uh-oh. 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 Boogie. 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 Hola. Come on, Sam. Boo, 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 boo.